is consumer's equilibrium in case of two commodities, or what is law of equi-marginal utility? The law states that to get maximum satisfaction or maximum utility, the consumer should spend his limited income, should allocate or spend his limited income in such a way that the utility derived from, the satisfaction derived from the last rupee spent on the commodity, on each commodity is equal. Okay, we have selected two commodities. So the law states that to get maximum satisfaction, the consumer should spend his limited income in such a way that the satisfaction or utility derived from the last rupee spent on each commodity is equal. So what is the meaning of that? If there are two commodities X and Y, the consumer will compare what is the satisfaction derived from spending a rupee on a particular commodity. If it is X and Y, we will compare the amount spent for commodity X and the satisfaction derived. The amount spent in money terms, price of commodity. For example, if it is X commodity, what is the price spent on X commodity and what is the utility derived by consuming that commodity. That is, we have already done this mu x. What is the marginal utility? What is the marginal utility derived by spending 1 rupee on a particular commodity? Or what is the price of the commodity? Price of the commodity may be 2 rupees per unit. So the consumer is consuming a particular unit of a commodity by giving that price. What is the satisfaction gained for that commodity? So the ratio between marginal utility of the commodity and price of the commodity, x by px. Then what is the condition here? If there are two commodities X and Y, the amount spent and satisfaction derived of X commodity, amount spent and satisfaction derived of X commodity should be equal to the amount spent and satisfaction derived of Y commodity. That means the ratio of marginal utility of commodity Y and price of Y. By spending money for commodity Y, how much satisfaction the consumer is deriving, that ratio, that is marginal utility of the Y commodity by spending the price of that commodity. So mu x by px should be mu y by py. This is the condition for consumer's equilibrium in case of two commodities. So once more, what is it? The law states that to get maximum satisfaction, that is the consumer's equilibrium. What is the condition? The consumer should spend his limited income. So this should be equal to his income. That is another condition. His limited income. Okay. So the consumer should spend his limited income in such a way that the utility derived from the last rupee spent on each commodity is equal. So what is the condition? Mu x by px is equal to mu y by py. And it should be equal to his income. He cannot spend more than his income because the assumption is that he is spending his entire income on these two commodities. If it is 1000 rupees, he is spending on both commodities and he wants to derive maximum satisfaction even from the last rupee spent on both the commodities. It is giving him the same satisfaction. Okay. So through a numerical example we will see how it is proved. So what is the condition here? The amount spent for commodity X and the utility derived from that should be equal to the amount spent for Y commodity and the utility derived from that commodity. It should be equal, and it should be equal to the limited income of the consumer, because if he is allocating his income on both the commodities, he cannot spend more than his income. And when he consumes different units of the commodity, if we see that different units, after consuming that there is more income. For example, if the consumer's income is 100 rupees and he is buying 2 units of good X and 3 units of good Y. Still there is more amount with him. Maybe after consuming 2 units of good X and 3 units of good Y, he is spending only 60 rupees. So if his limited income is 100, he has 40 rupees more to spend. So the assumption is that he is spending his entire income on 2 commodities. So we will see the numerical example. Okay, now we are going to calculate consumer's equilibrium in case of 2 commodities, or we are going to prove law of equi-marginal utility concept. And here 2 commodities are selected, commodities X and Y. And price of X commodity is 1 rupee, price of Y commodity is also 1 rupee. Limited income of the consumer is 8 rupees. It is remaining constant. So we have to prove that mu X by Px is equal to mu Y by Py is equal to the limited income of the consumer. So how can we prove that? So if price of the commodity X is 1 rupee, how will we calculate mu X by Px? 26 by 1, 26, 21 by 1, 21, 17 by 1, 17, then 13 by 1, 13, 8 by 1, 8, then 3 by 1, 3. As the price of commodity X is 1 rupee, 26 by 1, 26, 21 by 1, 21, 17 by 1, 17, so on. Now, price of Y commodity is also 1 rupee. So, how will we calculate mu by Py? 11 by 1, 11. Then 9 by 1, 9, 8 by 1, 8, 6 by 1, 6, then 4, 2. Okay, one example I have shown here, mu X by Px and mu Y by Py. So, this way we have derived mu X by Px and mu Y by Py. Now, what is the condition to be satisfied? Mu X by Px should be equal to mu Y by Py, it should be equal to income. And where is this achieved? When the consumer consumes 5 units of X and 3 units of Y. Okay? mu X by Px equal to mu Y by Py when the consumer consumes 3 units of commodity Y and 5 units of commodity X, and it is equal to income 8 rupees. How can we prove it? We will check one by one. Why is it so? First of all, we will take the first unit consumed of commodity X. Okay. So, the condition is mu X by Px should be equal to mu Y by Py, it should be equal to his income. He cannot spend more than his income. And the condition is that he should spend his entire income on both the commodities, so that the satisfaction derived from the last rupee spent on both the commodities is equal. So, these conditions are to be fulfilled. So, we will check first unit. If the consumer is consuming 1 unit of good X, what is the amount spent here? 1 unit of good X into what is the price of the commodity? 1 plus 1 unit of commodity Y into price is same. So, he is spending 1 rupee on commodity Y, 1 rupee on commodity X. 2 rupees. He is spending 2 rupees. Then next he is selecting another combination. But one thing you have to keep in mind, see the satisfaction derived by the consumer by consuming commodity X. First unit, by spending 1 rupee, he is getting 26 utils of satisfaction. What about Y commodity? He is getting only 11 utils. So he will prefer which commodity more? He will sure prefer commodity X more, because it is giving him more satisfaction compared to the Y commodity. But in both cases, X or Y, as the consumption increases, satisfaction decreases. Law of diminishing marginal utility applies here. Okay. So now we will check the second one. If it is 2 units of good 1, that is good X, and 2 units of good Y, 4. So here he has 4 more rupees to be spent from 8. Next one, 3 units of good 1 plus 3 units of good Y, 6. 2 more rupees. 4 units of good X plus 4 units of good Y, 8. It is equal to income. But when the consumer consumes 4 units of good X, what is mu X by Px? 13. When the consumer consumes 4 units of good Y, what is mu Y by Py? 6. Is this condition fulfilled? No. This is the main condition to be fulfilled. Mu X by Px is equal to mu Y by Py. 4 units of good X. Mu X by Px 30 and mu Y by Py 6. Even though he has spent his entire income. So, from the table it is clear he will prefer more of good X, less of good Y. But because by the reason first unit 26 utils of satisfaction, at the same time by spending 1 rupee he is deriving only 11 utils of satisfaction. At all levels, the satisfaction derived from consuming X commodity is higher than the Y commodity. So he will prefer more of which commodity? X commodity to Y. And he allocates his income in such a way that that is the main point. The satisfaction derived from the last rupee spent on both commodities is equal. That is mu X by Px. The satisfaction derived by spending the last rupee on both commodities X and Y are equal. And it is equal to his income. He cannot spend more than that. So, if he is spending entire income, this combination is not the level of satisfaction, because he is preferring more of good X to Y. So, what can be the condition? Here you can see, according to this table, here mu X by Px is 8 and here also mu Y by Py is equal to 8. Is this the consumer's equilibrium condition? Let us check. That is 5 units of good 1 plus how many units of good Y? 3 units of good Y is equal to 8. Therefore, this is the condition of consumer's equilibrium, not this one. When the consumer consumes 5 units of, we will write here, 5 units of good X into, what is the amount he is paying? 1 more rupee is paying, plus 3 units of good Y into the amount spent is equal to is income, and also MUX by PX, fifth level, MUX by PX 8, and when he consumes 3 units of Y, MUY by PY is also 8. Both conditions, all the conditions are fulfilled here. What are they? He has limited income, he is spending entire income 8 rupees. Okay. Then he prefers, according to this table, he is deriving more utility by consuming commodity X compared to Y. This commodity is giving him more satisfaction. Naturally, he will consume, a rational consumer will consume more of commodity X. Another condition, the utility derived from the last rupee spent. The utility satisfaction derived from the last rupee spent on both the commodities are equal. That is, the ratio between the satisfaction derived from X commodity and price is equal to the satisfaction derived from the commodity Y and price of Y. Both are equal. It is equal to income. So, as he is deriving more satisfaction of good X, he is consuming 5 units of good 1, that is X, and 3 units only of good Y. And he is spending the entire income on both the goods, and he see that the satisfaction derived from the last rupee spent is equal on both the commodities. MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY is equal to income. And this is a simple example. More numericals, more examples will be given once the chapter is over. And now, why this law is called law of substitution? This law is also called law of substitution because the consumer is substituting different units of both the commodities in order to achieve maximum satisfaction. He will prefer that commodity which is giving him more satisfaction. He is adjusting. With this limited income, he has to adjust. If he has unlimited income, then what will happen? He can consume any quantity, any unit of any commodity. But income is limited and price is also constant. We will check one more condition. If he is consuming, that also we will check. If he is consuming 6 units of good 1 plus 6 units of good Y, is it possible? Is it possible? It is 12 rupees. So, this condition will not prevail. He will stop by consuming 5 units of good X and 3 units of good Y, where MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY is equal to income of that consumer. So, why is this law called law of substitution? Because the consumer is substituting 2 commodities in order to derive maximum satisfaction. This law is also called law of proportionality. Why is this law called law of proportionality? Law of proportionality. It is a proportion of MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY. Because of that, the condition is the proportion, this proportion. So, it is called law of proportionality. It is also called law of maximum satisfaction. Now, so this topic is over and notes will be attached. If you have any doubts, if you want more clarification, kindly feel free to comment in the comment box. or send email, and that also will be attached with the slide with the module, the email ID. And next we will see the ordinal utility approach of consumers equilibrium. The next topic will be ordinal utility approach. In that, indifference curve, budget set, budget line, all these will be explained. Thank you.